Alright, we're going to be watching Higgy playing Tracer on Nepal. This is Diamond 4, I think, in console. Hello, need some help here. I hopped on. This is my first game on Tracer for the day. I thought it was totally winnable, just had a bad first round. Anyone give some advice, tips, or targeting priority advice, especially, I'd appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, so King of the Hill or control point maps are very, very good for Tracer. Definitely, I think this and Push are very strong for Tracer relative to payload maps, where I think it's much harder to play as Tracer just because of the map tends to be smaller, just more the health pack density tends to be higher, and you can flank quicker. In my experience, also deathmatching just makes more of a difference, and Tracer's really good at that. Looking at your lineup, you got Orisa, who's brawly, you got Torb, who's spammy, you have these two supports. Your Moira is basically never going to heal you, your Kiriko might heal you sometimes, but mostly you're playing your own game here. So, for starters, you are not using sound well at all. Like, number one. So starting right here, you hear those heavy footsteps, that's a Roadhog, okay? You can tell from, again, you play the game enough, you can just tell right away it's a Roadhog, right? Or at least some sort of large tank. If there's a Roadhog here, you should not be going towards the Roadhog. You and Roadhog do not interact in any meaningful way. There's zero reason why you should be going here to the Roadhog. As soon as I hear this, I'm like, okay, I have to go across the point, right? Or wait for my team to possibly push in and then try to follow up. But you're definitely not supposed to interact with the Roadhog. And then watch what happens after this. You're totally ignoring what's going on here, and right here you should be dead. Right here, the Roadhog sees you. Okay, so Roadhog saw you the whole time because you're not even you're like looking towards the point for some reason. Right here, the Roadhog hooks you and you die. You deserve to be dead right now. So just in general, bad play right now. Reload. Right, Roadhog's slow on the hook. Okay, you smartly leave the fight, which I think is the right call. All right, you got a good opportunity to do a lot of damage to the Junkrat here. You whiff this pretty badly. Okay, so let's watch right here. Right, so this Junkrat has no idea you're there. Okay, so I'm expecting in this situation minimum 50% accuracy. I think if you can't hit 50% accuracy here, you cannot climb. I think in reality, you probably want 75 to 90% accuracy. The Junkrat is running in a straight line, right to left in front of your screen. I think you have to hit something like that. So you hit 10% maybe of these shots. I don't even think you hit 10%. Yeah, I mean, out of 40 shots, you hit about 4 bullets. Yeah, I think you hit about 10% here. So again, bare minimum, 50%. Bare minimum, right? And again, if this is PC, I would say silver, high silver level is probably 50%. Okay? I think if you want to climb here, you have to be hitting at least 75%. And if you are clearly, like, I'm dominating my rank, you're hitting 90 to 100% of those shots, right? I think that is actually a very reasonable 100% scenario. Again, the Junkrat is not dodging at all and is running in a straight line here. You don't even need to jump. Like, your jump actually kind of throws off your aim for a second. And you're having trouble tracking left to right. It's also not head level. There's a ton of mechanical mistakes here, and I'm pretty sure that's going to show up a lot. So I think that just on a pure aiming, this is a problem playing Tracer. Tracer is an incredibly aiming intensive hero. Okay, it is very, very unforgiving because you don't have a lot of opportunities to shoot people as Tracer. Okay, unlike Soldier, you get to shoot people all the time, right? You can kind of work out your kinks and get better as the match goes on. As Tracer, you're constantly dancing around looking for opportunities, and then you go in and you absolutely blow people up. And if you can't do that, you're gonna have trouble with Tracer. It's just fact. Same thing as playing Widowmaker, right? If you're Widowmaker and you're like, oh, I was in the right positions and the right opportunities, but I was missing my shots, well, then you're going to lose the game because you got to hit your shots. Same thing as Tracer, right? You got to hit the shots here. Again, a lot of missing. You hit the shot to the face, forces out an early rewind. I don't think this is a good contest right now, okay? You're kind of in the middle of the fight. Like, you should not have contested the Junkrat. You should try to kill the Lucio here. Right? The Junkrat's being pocketed by the Ana. Like, he's right in front of the Ana. This is the easiest target for the Junkrat to kill. I think you blink out here and then do a second blink over here and then try to kill the Genji. Right? Not Lucio, the Genji, right? The Genji here dies instantly. Or you could do a triple blink over here and try to kill Lucio. But going after the Junkrat was the worst possible call you could have made. Right? You get blown up, you have to rewind. Great. So now you have to play super safe. Right? Like, you walk back out here as though nothing has happened. As though you're totally fine. Again, the Junkrat, after rewound, the Junkrat could hear you rewind into the room. After he hit you in the face right here, right? The Junkrat should have immediately just gone to the left and cut you off. But it's fine, you chase out here, right? You go after the Ana. Again, you have no rewind here, so this is actually a fairly good fight for the Ana. I would say the Ana is probably favored in this fight if she has grenade and sleep, which she does. Right? She misses sleep, right? But she could easily have grenaded you there, right? She throws, honestly, kind of a bad grenade.
I see you.
So you're like harassing her, but again, fighting without rewind is a terrible idea. Very low, manage to get out. Trap goes down. You just kind of stand there. You need to get hit by both those shots. Okay, so you're putting pressure on the Genji. You miss everything. You're not paying it. Like, let's just watch it from this angle, right? You walk out here. You can hear everything going on here. The Junkrat's been chasing you the whole time, right? You should have died instantly, and you do die instantly there. So overall, I would say very little value. Right? Very, very, very little value. Other than forcing out grenade, very little value. You're incredibly aggressive. You don't respect heroes to kill you, especially the Junkrat, who can kill you instantly at close range with like left click, rather shoot plus concussive mine combo. And then you just continue to stay aggressive even after you use rewind, which is a bad idea. Right? You don't want to die here. It's not silly. And you also don't kill injured targets. You instead try to go after people who are full health, being pocketed by supports. So a very bad start. Oh, and your aim has issues. Okay, so once again, you hear the hog. You don't react to the hog at all. Right? You hear the hog right now on your left, right? You hear the hog running around. Again, I don't know if you're not wearing a headset. Console players, for some reason, I run to some of them who don't wear headsets. Actually crazy. You must wear a headset to play this game. I can't imagine playing any shooter without wearing a headset. Okay, you walk here. You should be dead. You should be 100% dead here. Right? Even without hook, the hog can just kill you with a left click. Once again, you walk in front of the Junkrat, you give him the opportunity to shoot at you. If he shoots at you, you die. At this distance, you die. Instantly. Like, literally, within a quarter of a second, you should be dead. Right? For the Junkrat's perspective. Right? Very lucky you don't die there. Right? You rewind, and what was the point of this? What did you do? Did you make any space? Did you create any value? No, you just ran in here before your team was ready, and then just rewound out, and nothing happened. Great. Now your team's going in. Right? Now your team is, like, starting to go in, and, like, engage, but now you're not ready. You sneak up to the Ana. Lucius looking for you. Somehow doesn't see you. Again, on the Junkrat, you should have died there. Right? You whiffed the whole... I don't think you hit a single bullet there. You whiff the whole thing. You go back and get the Mega. Junkrat's shooting at you. You don't even look to see whether or not the shot is going to hit you. Kill the trap. Again, you're walking in front of the Junkrat, who, again, can kill you instantly. I don't think you respect that at all. Go for the Ana. You again miss almost the entire clip. Let's watch. Right? So this is, I would say, probably bare minimum 40%, and probably 60-70% is a good accuracy here, because she's dodging like a little bit, right? A little forward backwards. You probably hit 25% of this, is my guess, right? About 10 bullets. That feels right. You hit about 25% of it. So you're about half of the accuracy that you need to have to even be okay. Okay, you get this kill on the Junkrat, but it's really not about you. You like barely tapped them. Everybody else did damage. Okay, you shoot the wall a little bit. This is good, right? That's reasonable accuracy. You throw a pulse that was not necessary at all, right? She's like dead, and then you throw a pulse. Like, Yushu's already dead after your melee. Like, I don't know why you threw pulse here. This is crazy. So you waste melee completely, or pulse completely. You get absolutely obliterated in this corner. Right, this fight's over, and you're dead. So, yeah, I mean, I think going after the Ana was probably okay. I think wasting the pulse is a big deal, but then your team got wiped by the hog anyways. Right, if you had pulse right now, you could throw a pulse right now on the Genji, stick him, because he doesn't have deflect, he's dead. You probably dash back to his team. Right, you're farming the hog. Again, that makes sense if you're going for pulse, but I think they're killable targets here. Like, the Lucio is crazy far advanced right now. Okay, tire goes off. So your instinct should be, hey, I should go find the Junkrat. You hear him to the right, but relatively close, so he's not in this room, so I would assume he's underneath. So you go blink, blink, blink down here, and you could kill the hog really easily, or a Junkrat really easily. Right, tire's coming. You could rewind here. Right, stay back, that's fine. Rewind. All right, killed it. He could have popped it. All right, good job targeting Genji. That's good. Don't do this. Right, like this. You have to stop initiating fights. That's not your job as Tracer, right? Your job is not to blink in and force their... Like, that's your tank's job. You're just way too impatient. Like, you have this mobility, but you have no idea what to do with it. Okay? Again, I would not go this way. This is not a good idea. Like, all the spam coming here is going to clip you. You have very little health. You're super fragile, right? You could go down this way, or you could go to the far side. Either one of those is a better idea than trying to follow your team down main right now. Right? And then you die to spam. Like, in terms of touching the point, I guess somebody has to do it, but I would assume in this situation that somebody on my team can get it, right? But if I really felt like I would do 1, 2, right, onto the point over here and play this corner. Stopping here is the worst idea. So overall, yeah, you probably deserve to lose that first round. You did almost nothing. All right, second round. You said your first round was bad, so I think we are both in agreement on here. See if this goes any better. You eat spam here, right? Just get the mega or get healed, right? Or you get healed. Again, a lot of missing. Like, you're shooting before your crosshair is even on the target, right? That's an okay shot, but again, notice that you only... So Tracer does, I think, 225 damage or something like that right now. So that should be your ballpark. It's like, how close can I get to 225 damage? If you are doing 60 damage out of 225, your accuracy, right, not including headshots. So, like, let's not even factor headshots in. You're only hitting about a quarter of your shots. That accuracy is way too low on Tracer to play Tracer, right, if you want to climb, right? Like, you can play Tracer for fun all you want. I'm just saying that if you want to climb, you have to hit more than that. I can't believe he did not pick up the mega. Okay, your team basically won that without you. Right? You technically picked off the Hanzo, so I guess you give you credit for that. But the Hanzo should easily have picked up the mega and then killed you. It's an error on his part versus like a good play on your part to kill him. Hiding here, I think, is a good idea. Right? Again, huge whiff. Right? You've done not even 50 damage, so you're at under 25%. You're about 20% accuracy right now. Right? You eat that shot, you're forced to rewind, and now you can't do anything. You have to leave. Right? Good call to leave. Again, you're on defense right now, so you don't need to force any fights right now. Okay? All you have to do is just stay alive. Right? As long as your team stays alive, you're winning because you have control of the point. Right? Good job. That was good accuracy on Lucio. Right? Killed him. I would be very careful with playing this hall, because if you're in this hall and they turn and look for you, because they already know you're on the left side, right? If I'm coming down here, I would look left. If you play far up here, you have to double blink back in a very difficult situation where it's like kind of a straight line and you could easily die here. So I would not play that far up. I think that is a mistake. Okay, you think better of it. You said go around. Okay, Junkrat's here. Again, you are not respecting the fact that Junkrat can one-tap you, right? Again, I think he hit you with the mine. He should have instantly followed up with the concussive. He's too slow here. At higher levels, you will instantly die here. Like, this is not a high skill thing for the Junkrat. That's what I want to clarify. He doesn't need to be some sort of gamer god to kill you. That is a very easy, trivial, like, gold level play on PC to kill a Tracer in that situation, like, instantly. It is very, very easy to pull off. Okay, you're missing there, which is not so good. You want to be farming pulse, right? You could have farmed like a good chunk of pulse right there on the hog, but you missed it, which is bad because you should be hitting 100% of your shots on the hog. Okay, Tracer or Lucio's forcing you. I think a good job, right? You get mega, just reset. You blink into the wall there. You're wasting a lot of blinks right now. Cassidy's on you. Okay, oh man, it's good tracking, right? But you really challenge that quickly. Miss pulse. I don't think that's an easy pulse right there, right? It's also not accurate. Like, the Ana's clearly going to the left here, right? And then you throw the pulse to the right, right? And you go in without rewind, so now you're potentially going to die for this. So you both waste your ultimate, and you really should be dead, right? You drop down like 20 health or something like that, and your team carries you again. Okay, so again, about 25% accuracy. This is fine. Again, there's not much you can do, right? Just kind of do this, waiting things out. Don't waste too many blinks, right? Because you're going to eat this once you start going in. And you eat that and you don't react to it. Right, again, it's like, okay. You start shooting her, move in a straight line, you eat that, and as soon as you eat that icicle, you immediately have to rewind. Dewey was out there. You get the mega. Wait for the mega. Right. See Lucio. The thing is, like, that Lucio is clearly moving pretty fast to the right. You're not gonna get him here. Like, I continue rapping instead of trying to force the Lucio. You see how you expose yourself to the whole team right now, trying to kill Lucio that is not gonna die. It's not worth it. Just play backline, right? force them to have to continue backing off the point is also worth it as Tracer. You won't always get kills. Making them move around into disadvantageous positions is also valuable. Okay, a lot of whiffing, right? You try to stick the D.Va, which is the worst possible target, because again, she could Matrix and she's not going to die from Pulse. You get very lucky that you kill the Mei here. Oh man, okay. So reload. Okay, so you went way too far to the left. If you're gonna do that, blink straight through him, finish the reload, and just one clip in the head. All right, this is an easy kill, gift wrapped kill. Okay, he cannot dodge right now. This should be a 100% accuracy to the head. Right, so you miss about 20% of that, and you should have aimed much higher. You should have just killed him there, straight up. Alright, good enough. Finish Lucio quickly, right? Because every second counts. You're having a lot of trouble with your aim again. Teammate's trying to go to the point. Oh, because it's overtime. Okay, they didn't go high ground. As soon as you realize they don't go high ground, you just have to immediately start rotating, right? You want to be playing this far away. You got to get a lot closer. A big skill thing from a positioning perspective of Tracer is how close can you get to the enemy team while staying full health and having all 3 blinks, right? Imagine if you were right here with 3 blinks. You will absolutely dominate their team, right? If you can get right here, 3 blinks, right? All 3 things available, you will absolutely roll their team. 3 blinks and rewind, okay? But the more blinks you have to use to get in, the more out of position you were. Targeting the D.Va here, which I think is okay. I think the D.Va is in fact out of position here, so I think burning the D.Va down is actually a good idea. Okay, D.Va gets popped. I wouldn't fret about killing Baby D.Va, right? Baby D.Va, not that much of a threat in this situation, right? Especially since you are really over. Like, I don't think you even understand what overextension looks like as a Tracer. Okay, so let's pause right here. Does this look like where Tracer should be? Right? Does this look like, hey, I totally want to be here meleeing the D.Va? Or does this look like I'm about to get instantly killed? Because there are 4 people around you, all looking at you, right? There's no other teammates here, right? They're all way in the back. They're all aiming at you. You should die here. Right? Even though it's a relatively small period of time, you should die here for sure, right? You meleeed and then you blink on the point, and now they all keep chasing you, right? And now you're still low. Right? This is just like reckless play. Melee. So, watch this, right? Right? So she got super low. I would have meleeed, and then I would have blinked it off. Right? Melee right there. See she has 25 health plus a sliver. Right? Melee does 30 damage, which is why I was calling for you to melee her. She's at 28. Melee would have killed her right here. Right? And then, but instead you reload, and then she's able to get healed, and then you die. Right? Now you're purple. You should have blinked right away, but instead you got greedy and tried to kill the Ana. Right? You had enough time. You tried to kill the Ana, which was a mistake. She's already being healed, and then you give up. You revived here. Get me the cap point. Okay, again, you walk into the Mei's face right here instead of going farther out. Right? You don't want to make it easy for her to headshot and kill you. Because her headshot will one-tap you, right? The 75 damage times 2. So you have to always respect Mei as being able to one-tap you with headshots. Oh, you really killed Lucio. This is really bad. Oh my god, this is 3 clips now. 4 clips. On a Lucio who had 50 health. That's really bad. Okay, again, you blink, you have no feel for where your blink is going to put you. It sticks you right here, and you empty half your clip into the wall. Again, also look at the timing, right? Why are you engaging into 5 people right now? Look at where your team is, and look at where you are, and look at where their team is. You should die for this. Every time you do this at higher ranks, you will die. you will be absolutely shocked at how much you will die and feel like you're absolutely feeding the opposing team, and or you feel like your team is doing nothing. From your team's perspective, I look at you and I'm like, you have no idea what you're doing as Tracer, because this is crazy to me. As any hero, any hero in the game, right? Any tank, any DPS, support, whatever, for you to be standing right here in the midst of 5 enemy heroes when your team is playing high ground, intelligently playing high ground, is a mistake, and it's gonna force all your resources out for it if you don't die. Right? You rewind. Okay, and now you have no rewind, and now you use all your blinks, right, to go for the stick. That's a good stick, right? But again, you should die for this, because again, the D.Va, if she didn't matrix that, after I see the do that, because I've already seen you rewind as well, right? When you came through the choke, as D.Va, I would hunt you down and kill you right now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me, right? Because I saw you blink in, right? 2 blinks, 3rd blink, rewind, blink in. I know you don't have blink, right? You have 1 blink, which she would chase you down with boost and kill you. That's what would happen. Again, you're face fighting the Mei, where she can easily right click you. That's good tracking on the Ana. I'll take that. Right? D.Va's low, right? So you could possibly try to kill D.Va, or you go for the Ana. I think you still go for the Ana here, even though D.Va's at like a 3rd health. Because again, she takes a lot more damage than you would expect. Still having a lot of trouble hitting this Lucio. Okay, better, much better. Same, starting to clean up a little bit. Okay, why did you rewind here? Okay, so again, don't mess around with the Mei. Mei will kill you so fast with icicles. Right. Take a shot. Force the rewind. Get super low. What is... Okay, you're playing using rewind. I think you're trying to stick to kill baby D.Va after she comes out of the match. No, I think you're just trying to go for the Mei. I think that, but you're so far away. It's not even close. Okay. So, I'm going to watch this from the Lucio perspective to show you what you're doing wrong from a movement perspective. Okay? Look at this. Watch you as the Tracer. So, you're just going to run in here in a straight line, and he just hits you 4 times in the right, and 2 of those in the face, and now you're almost dead. If he hit all 4 shots to the head, you would die instantly, because they do, I think, 20 damage each, so it's 80 damage times 2 is 160. That Lucio could have one-tapped you there, because you're just running in a straight line at the Lucio, as though the Lucio cannot shoot back. This is a big mistake. And then you whiff completely, you whiff that entire clip, you whiff that entire clip. Alright, that was like okay, and then you just die to the Mei because you're just so aggressive. Okay, you easily could have survived it. Just play time. Like, you have time. You have a team there, but you just keep dying, like, very early in bad situations. You see the Cassidy? Cassidy is not someone you want to fight. Okay? There's no reason where you're like, oh man, I really want to fight this Cassidy right now. Okay? Cassidy does 70 damage per shot, right? Headshot does 140. He can kill you in 3 body shots, right? Or 2 body shots in the melee, or 1 body shot in the sticky. Right? It is quite easy for him to kill you. He's, you know, historically been a really good Tracer counter. I don't think you want to mess with the Cassidy. I feel like the Cassidy heard you here, but somehow it doesn't check for you. Okay, good start, right? You missed a sticky. Rewind and just kill him. Oh man, you nearly missed it. If you had any more health, he would have gone to the Mega. Very lucky. See? This is like a reason. No, don't shoot the... As soon as the D.Va gets nano, turn around, immediately go for the Ana. You heard the nano, so you know where the Ana is. Good, right? Good clip. Good, right? What you just did, that's what you want to be doing as Tracer, right? Waiting for your team to go in, then going in. And hitting consistent shots on easy-to-hit targets that are not trying to dodge you. That's how you get by as Tracer, right? Not... Oh, like, why pulse here? Okay? Even if you landed the pulse. Even if you landed the pulse. Okay? Let's look at the game situation. You killed the Cassidy. Okay? You killed the Ana. So 2 of the 5 people are dead. Right? It's not the last fight. There's plenty of time left. Okay? Mei blocks here. There's only 2 people alive on the point. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. It's a 5-on-2. Why are you pulsing? Right? The fight's won. It's over. It's totally over. You don't need to throw pulse here. And now you're not going to have pulse in the last fight because you threw pulse away. Okay, just a total waste. Absolute beast. Maze here. Again, Maze always a threat to one-shot you. I would take the Mega, right? But that's fine. Always a threat to one-shot you. I do not try to fight with Mei. Again, go for the Cassidy. Right? Of all people, like, you can see the glowing. Go, just walk up next to him. Right? Just walk up next to him right now. Don't shoot the D.Va, who's super far away. Just shoot the Cassidy. Walk up. You easily one-clip this Cassidy. Right? Just walk up in the head. You do 450 damage. Right? 225 times 2. 450 damage. That is, you could hit at 50% accuracy to the head, and you would still kill him in this situation. Easily. Easily. Right? For you to waste most of that clip, not D.Va, and you miss, and you put it into the body instead of the head. Right? And then you melee when he's not even that close to dying. Right? And now, things are going really bad. And imagine if you had pulsed there, and you could have just pulsed him. Right? Now you've used up all your blinks, because you're like way too aggressive with blinks. Okay, that guy's one. Now you have the rewind, okay, but you decide to blink into the team for some reason. Right? You have time. There's 7% of this time. You living is more important, because if you die here, you're never gonna come back to this fight in time. You're dead, and let me guess, you can never get back in time. Oh, wait. Right? Imagine if you stayed alive there after you killed the Cassidy. If you just blinked out, got the Mega, and then came back and touched the point for your team, then maybe you can turn this around. But you know, you just continually bloodthirst in. Okay, so let's stop watching here. What is my advice? Number one, your aim just needs to improve. Obviously. I highlight multiple scenarios where you whiff 0 to 10% of your shots on very easy targets, and I don't think you can do that consistently on Tracer and Climb. Number one. Number two is your timing is very poor. You virtually never synergize with your team. You're often going in before your team is ready, and then you die. Or forced rewind, and then you're not able to help when your team actually fights. Number three, you constantly try to take 1v1s, and I just don't think that they're high-value 1v1s. I don't know if your actual plan is, I'm literally going to 1v1 my way to GM, which if you can do it, is totally a strategy, right? If you're like, I'm actually a god at Tracer, and try to take 1v1s all the time, and you don't want to become a Tracer at higher levels without having that level of mechanical skill, then yeah, take every 1v1 you can. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to lose a lot of games, right? You're going to lose a lot of games, because as soon as you get better than everybody at your level at Diamond, you go up to Masters, assuming you get to Masters, which I think it'll be, again, it's a bell curve, so it'll get harder and harder to go going from Diamond 4 to Diamond 3 is going to be way harder than going from Gold 2 to Gold 1, for example. But assuming you get to Masters, you'll just find out that people at Masters are even better than you imagine, and they'll absolutely obliterate you. And then you'll have to ground for hundreds and hundreds of hours to beat them in one-on-ones, and then you'll get up to maybe GM, right? Maybe, right? With hundreds of hours of play. Or you could get much better by simply just not taking one-on-ones. You don't have to take one-on-ones as Tracer to win the game. That's very important to emphasize. You do not have to take one-on-ones as Tracer to win the game. Right? What you do need to do is time attacks correctly with your team, exploit the openings they make, and kill low health heroes. That's what you need to do. Okay? And lastly, just like the overall like bloodthirst here, going after people when they are safe. Even when they're low, but you can't finish them, just let it go. It's more important to stay alive and look for more opportunities than it is for you to just go out in a blaze of glory. Okay? Tracer is mobile for a reason. If you are not using the mobility, that's bad. Like Reaper, for example. Once Reaper gets in there, he's in there, right? He can wraith out once, or he can wraith in once, but that's it. Once he's there to stay. Okay? Someone like Torb, same thing. Once he's stuck in there, he's staying. Symmetra, same way. Okay? Cassidy, same way. Tracer, not like them. Your goal is not to run into 5 people and duke it out to the very end, okay? Your goal is to continually poke along the outside, poking and poking and poking and poking until you find an opportunity. Then you go in, kill somebody, and then you get out right away, and then you reset and just keep doing this over and over and over again. You being dead dramatically removes a pain point for the enemy, okay? All right, hopefully that's helpful.